Hello, welcome to episode 8 of our Over the Limit podcast. We apologize, we've missed one date because we were traveling too much, so we are having a bit of difficulties finding a date where actually Dries and myself are at home. It was all Dries' fault, obviously. But now we're back, and this episode is going to be a race review, our second one. We're going to review Kyalami, which Dries did, my super Sebring, to call it, and then Dries' famous NLS race last weekend.
Exactly.
And a bit of testing as well, what we did and what we're going to do the next couple of days.
Cut.
Dries forgot his notes.
Neem een batterij, staat op energiebesparing, dan gaat dat de hele tijd uit.
I'm not going to cut this out, you know.
Okay, now I'm back.
Okay, he's back. Okay, so
who start? You start? Okay, you can go.
Yo, you went to Kyalami first. I think you won, if I remember right.
Yeah, I did.
It's
no, it was fun.
3 weeks ago?
I don't even remember. I've been so busy. I honestly, for me at the moment, it's been a bit of too much. But yeah, I think it's been February somewhere. Yeah, beginning February. Was a fun race. Was not so many cars,
no,
unfortunately. It's also the second year in a row that they don't have so many cars, so it's not the...
Bit of the end of
the
story.
I don't know, maybe Kyalami is not the best. Even though if you look at Bathurst, which is even further for teams, for shipping and everything, there are a lot of cars. But yeah, Kyalami...
I think because Bathurst is very famous and Kyalami, it's a nice event. It's a cool thing to do, but it's not so extremely popular, I think.
No, and I don't know, for teams, looks like it's not super interesting anymore. But apparently they still continue the that was me.
Dries is on the end today. I'm not going to cut that out neither.
They continued their how do you say contract with the track. Okay. So they want to continue. They want to make it work. Also, Stefan, I spoke with him a bit actually on the toilet.
Interesting.
Very, very funny.
Having a shit or pee?
No, he was peeing. I was also peeing. And he said, that they really want to push to make it work. I mean, at the end, it's a nice. I wouldn't say the coolest neighborhood there is, because it's a bit dangerous as well at some stages. But it's nice. It's nice weather. I mean, we played some golf. It was amazing golf. And just the track. Actually, the track is a nice track. I find it has a nice flow in it. But coming back to the race, I think we had a very good race. I mean, some people say probably, it was not the most interesting race, which I can agree with because it was...
I didn't watch so much. I watched the start, I think, and a little bit in between, but...
Yeah, it was... We were mainly fighting our teammates. Yeah. So, at the end. But it was good for us. I mean, we won. We are happy. We are now second or leading, sharing the first place in this Intercontinental Championship. So, I mean, there's still spot to come, so a lot can happen. But after Bathurst, it was a good bounce back for us because Bathurst, we were, like we discussed before, was nowhere. So, yeah.
Well, it's a shame that it's not a big... Because it's... I went there twice at 2 shit races, but it's cool to go there. You go to South Africa.
Yeah.
It's a nice track. It's a bit dodgy. Because I remember when I got there, we got a bit... Actually, we took the wrong way, I think, with Earl. And then we literally drove through an area where we're like, okay, we shouldn't stop here. We should, watch straight and don't do anything crazy. And... Even people told us, after when it's dark, don't stop at the red lights.
Don't stop at the red lights. No, for sure. And even because Sheldon and then...
I dare from there.
Yeah, and Kelvin, they live 10 minutes from the track. They grew up there. So they said, when it's... But I actually have a story which happened 2 years ago with Winky, Winkelhock. We were going after the race. It was raining. It always ended in massive rain. Remember 2 years ago? I think it was the year that Tandy won when he... somehow kept it on track and passed 6 cars.
The Tandy stuff.
Yeah. And And me and Winky, we were sharing a rental car, and we were driving back actually to go to the McDonald's with some of our teammates. And somehow in the middle of the highway, he pulled the handbrake, but it was massive rain, and I was too, I don't know, I didn't catch it, and we spun in the middle of the highway. It's completely crazy. But I had this stupid shitbox, like a Nissan, whatever, like this station wagon, but had like 70 horsepower or something. And then we arrived at the McDonald's, but we were doing donuts, trying to do drifting around the roundabout, pulling the handbrake the whole time. And Hase and all the others were already there. So we went through the drive-through, and we were going. And then a pickup truck arrived with 3 persons in it and a dog. So no joke. 3, different like, whatever. So they were, yeah, I don't know how to say. So they were waiting for us, and we were almost finished. So we paid, and then they turned the lights back on. They turned the car on, and we took off.
I remember something about that. You told me, I think.
And we drove off. We wanted to park next to Hase, who was just on the parking lot, and I swear on my life, luckily they called us. They said, "Go, go, go! These guys, they want something." Because they wanted to block me to continue to go out of the McDonald's parking, and we were like, yeah, whatever. And then I was serious. I looked at them, and they were really coming, and I was like, oh shit. So I said, Winky, grab the bag. And I was driving this car, but in the beginning I thought they were joking still. So I was driving, and they were literally following us in my ass, and I was like, fuck, it's serious now. So I put the thing in sport, but it had only 70 horsepower. So I was pushing flat out in the wet, having understeered around the roundabout, taking the curb everywhere, going flat out. They literally up our ass, and they were coming red lights, and I'm like, I was really getting, like the adrenaline kick when you're having a race, and I was like, fuck, I have to keep going. So I went through all the red lights. I'm like, and they kept following me, and I'm like, this cannot be serious, because my car was so slow, I couldn't do anything. And Wink was like, man, go. And so I went through all the red lights. I took, it was not for sure to say that I followed all the rules, but I pushed so hard to go to the hotel, and then suddenly they stopped. And then we went into the hotel, because the hotels where we had to stay from Audi back then, it was a safety with police, with like safety guards and everything.
We had the same at Portland.
I was so happy I was there. The McDonald's was cold, but I didn't care, because I was so this was, so Kyalami is nice, but to watch out a bit.
Yeah, I loved being there, but it's maybe not the race you want to go with family.
No.
Necessarily.
No, well, to be honest, it's nice. You can also go to Cape Town, which is not so far. But I think there's a bit the same story. You have to always watch out a little bit. I wouldn't wear your nicest watch going to...
That's what they told us as well. To keep your valuable stuff at home. I did once, or a couple of times, these races in Brazil, in stock car. Yeah. And they're the same. They had a driver with, fireproof windows in the car, because they were always doing these car kidnappings or whatever. Crazy. So the guy said, if you want something, take the driver and go to the hotel, but don't go anywhere else. It was Sao Paulo, I think.
That's crazy.
But yeah, we live in a good part then of the world.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. That's... how was your Super Sebring?
Cool, actually. It was exhausting.
Yeah.
Because I did, obviously, the WEC race in LMDh, the first one, and then on Friday, and on Saturday, the IMSA race with FAF, and I wasn't allowed to be involved with anything in the IMSA program until warm-up on Saturday morning, and to be fair, it wouldn't have been possible otherwise, because the LMDh program at the moment, the car is so complex and so much information, it's incredible that I wouldn't even be able to read something else or to try and mix something. So but it was nice. I was quiet on Friday morning. I thought I was gonna be like stressed and nervous and
You mean
Yeah.
Friday for the LMDh thing?
yeah,
So
first race. You didn't really know what to expect. I wasn't able to do my long run in practice because we had an issue and so on. But I was actually really excited, like a kid, because yeah, maybe I think you'll have the same at one point. But I've been waiting for this opportunity for, 10 years since I was at Audi, and I was like,
yeah,
fuck, it's happening, and I still get goosebumps when I think about it, and I
getting a bit
just
emotional.
yeah, I need to cry. Need to meditate.
God.
And so yeah, it was something I was waiting for a long time. In the end, the race on the WEC race, we are not there yet where we need to be. We have some issues on the car which we are now discovering and trying to find solutions, but we are not strong enough yet. And to be fair, we're fighting against a team like Toyota, which is there since 10 years.
Yeah.
We're a brand new team, but it's not an excuse because Ferrari came there as well, and Cadillac, and they were better than us. So we need to work, but I'm quite confident that it will be all right because we're very good people.
But to be honest, also, if Toyota would not have dominated the race, it would have been also a bit sad.
Yeah, for sure.
for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It shows that they have the experience, did a good job. But for us, nevertheless, Ferrari is also new and Cadillac is also new, and they were better than us. So we definitely have some stuff to work on, but we know that. But besides that, I felt good in the car, and I thought I did a good job for what I was able to do. And we had a small issue in the end where we had a sensor issue, and it was just before pit lane, and then Kevin obviously came in, and then when he was in pit lane, it reset it. Then we were in, and then we lost one position to the sister car. But we're
Automatically, or did it manually?
honestly, I don't know in detail exactly what happened, just rough details. But so that was Friday, and it was long days, like already Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I think we finished at 11, and then I was in bed and I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about the race from the WEC race, and then at the same time thinking about the race from tomorrow, and then fell asleep at 1, and then we woke up at 6, went to the track, and this is actually, it was a perfect day. I arrived in the morning at 7. They gave me a briefing for half an hour at FAF about what they were doing, what the strategy was, what the goal was, how the car was. And then, okay, all right, went in warm up. It was a bit weird in the beginning. It felt like I was driving a bus, just sitting straight. But it was okay. I finished second, I think.
You drove all the session by yourself?
Yeah, that's 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then went to the motorhome and had a nap because I was tired. And then went to the race. And first stint was tough because it was the middle of the day and it was warm. The car wasn't very good and was difficult to drive, and we're not so quick. But then the second to last stint, we did a good call on strategy and got out in the lead. And we were still, we were better than Daytona with BOP, a lot better. But we're still not the quickest car. The Mercedes and Corvette are still quicker, but somehow the car really came alive at that last second, still when it was getting colder. And not trying to be a dick, but really felt like one of my best double stints in a very long time, and saving fuel, and the car was like doing exactly what I wanted, and somehow I was surprised as well, managed to stay in the lead, and then gave the car to Patrick. We're still in the lead, and then we missed an opportunity to pit with yellow because we were just unlucky, and then if we would have pitted then, we would have lost our first place and we would have dropped back to third. And then we said, okay, we stay out and we need 7 more yellow laps. This was with like 1 hour to go. And then it's Sebring. 12-hour Sebring is always madness. So the yellows came, and if there's one guy who is super and doing this fuel thing on his safety car and so on, it's Patrick. He's I don't know how he does it, but he
And saving fuel, literally, or
not just saving fuel, but when, for example, laps driving to the grid or on the safety car, he does something like the fuel he used was zero almost. He has a trick with how you switch off the engine at what speed, and because we always used to play with is the RSR, like the lap to the grid, the one who could use the less amount of fuel. And in 2 years, I was never able to beat him, no one. So he saved, perfect fuel. I think our last stint was 1 hour, 50 minutes with a lot of yellows. And then he managed to stay in the lead and we won the race to everybody's surprise. And yeah, it was a crazy day if you think about it, showing up in the morning, jumping in the car, driving. I wish it was always that easy.
No, that's cool if you can just rock up in the morning and do your job and fuck off in the evening and say, cheers, boys.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure. It was emotional.
It was like that. They were all, let's have a beer. And I was like, sorry, guys, I'm absolutely smoked. I want to go to bed. I was so tired. Sebring is quite physical. The LMDh it's for me, it's not physical, like my heart rate goes up or I'm getting tired when I'm driving. It is physical and you feel it in your muscles, especially Sebring. But it's always like when I get out of the car, I'm like just tired because the speeds are higher and there's so many things to do in the car and functions and things which you have to manage. This year as well, I don't know if you know, there's in WEC, there's almost no telemetry anymore. It's not allowed, so you only can see the basics. So we have to do a lot more ourselves and say whatever we change all the time. And the amount of things you can change in the car is,
on the LMDh car, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, it's... I can't tell in detail, but...
Oh, you can tell me. You can also tell the others. Yeah, that's good to know.
You can adjust everything, so many things in the car, but it's so complicated. And at the moment, not everybody understands it neither yet. So it's a lot of thinking besides just driving, and that's just what's the exhausting part. But in the end, it was a super fun weekend. We stayed again. Jacqueline and Emily were there. We stayed again 2 days and 3 days in Dunedin afterwards. My sister, or our sister.
Yeah, I'm adopted.
You're that last time.
I knew this, actually. I knew this.
So she was there, and for those who maybe saw it, she made a vlog about the weekend as well, if you want to see a bit behind the scenes.
Actually, it was cool. I watched those 2 vlogs already. It's pretty cool.
No, she's actually doing a really good job at this with this social media thing. She's very, creative, and she likes YouTube and all that stuff and the stories, and just needs to find her way still a bit in motorsport because she hasn't been on the tracks for the last years.
Yeah.
So it was a long time ago for her, but I think she can do a really good job for that.
Yeah, seeing what I saw so far, looks very, very cool, very professional. Mm-hmm. The vlogs are very interesting.
Yeah, it's something different for people to watch, to know exactly what we're doing. Because
no, but honestly, if you can do a good job with those vlogs, I don't know if you get a lot of reaction on it on YouTube, but
yeah, it was quite good actually. It's something YouTube needs time to grow, but it was good. So that was kind of super Sebring. Was it something else? No, still want to live in America, but
oh yeah,
we went to look at the house again.
The same house.
The other one I showed you, and another one.
Oh yeah.
I told our dad that I would like to say, no, I'm gonna make sure you're not able to enter the S anymore if you want to do that. Okay.
Fair enough. So you went off already on the house, or?
No. Especially not now. Now it's so busy. I'm same like you. Like this period of 30 days, and maybe at home 3 days. So
yeah, same for me.
No time to think about buying a house. It's just looking at a curiosity. And I said to Jacqueline, one day we'll move there. The question is when. So if you want to join.
Yeah, I don't know. I got this question asked actually a few days ago on a test. Why are you because you're a racing driver, why do you don't live in Monaco or wherever where you can save tax? And I said, yeah, well, first of all, okay, Monaco is maybe not really something you can compare with because it's crazy expensive to already enter. But just, family, friends, you just go somewhere where you're completely by yourself. For example, Jules Gounod, he lives in Andorra. I don't think I know anyone. I don't even know Andorra was a city or whatever it is. So, I
But
mean...
I don't have any friends, so that's not my issue.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think you would be completely fine. You would just find some bike friends and just
No,
go
honestly, I
cycling.
have more friends there, exactly on the bike. Everybody knows
Yeah.
me there in Florida. Here I have 2 friends maybe.
I always say you get what you deserve.
So you went to the famous NLS afterwards.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that race neither. Were there a lot of cars or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not so many, but already not bad, I think, for the first NLS.
You told me that the BMW was super easy to drive and good, so I'm gonna already forward that to the BOP department. And
Well, if you looked at the race, which you clearly didn't, the car is not bad. I tell you this much. We don't have top speed.
a BMW doesn't have top speed.
No, we don't have top speed.
That the car must be really good.
Yeah, the car is really good, actually. I mean,
Wait a minute, make note.
No, but we got passed all the time by Audis on the straight. I actually got boxed in by 2 Audis. Yeah, no, seriously, we have the like literal top speed is. I mean, the Audi was super fast on the straight, or we have no top speed. It's one of the two. But in general, my first, it's always exciting when you go to Nordschleife, you drive another car like you had with the Porsche.
True.
It was quite cool. And and especially for me in a positive way, because the car really was, especially after like Carousel 1, you have all the technical stuff there. The car is really, really nice to drive.
I think the car is good downforce. It's quite a long car, so it's good in those corners.
Like all the medium high-speed corners, it's really, really nice to drive. All the twisty parts are a bit more of a struggle. But other than that, it's nice. It's a pleasure to drive. So hopefully we can convert that into something good. But let's see. No, but the race went well. We drove on 2 cars. Max drove on 1 car and then I drove on the other one.
Okay.
But we were supposed to do 4 hours to just do one driver for the whole race, so 4 hours. And in the beginning you're like, that's it's a bit long, huh? But then luckily after 2 hours they retired my car. So then we continued on Max's car because we tried so many things. Actually, it was a good race weekend. We tried so many things on both cars. We even went with 2 complete different things into the race and then see how this evolves in the race. And we learned a lot, so that was positive. And then, we just continued with Max's car. And then, at the end, we end up winning, which was, doesn't mean anything for sure in an NLS race, but it's nice to start like this and have a good feeling with the car and with the team, Rowe. I mean, you know them for sure from Spa. And I was also actually happily surprised how good they worked. Very professional. Everybody was doing a good job. So that looks all very promising for the future. And we still have so many things we have to try to get better, even on the Nurburgring and also on the normal testing we've been doing the last 2 months. So, but it's always, it doesn't change like this. It needs some time. So, let's see. But so far, so good.
I'm actually I'm doing NLS 2 in next week.
Yeah, next week.
I'm going driving the first time we test on Friday, then we race Saturday, and on Monday we test again.
On the Pirellis?
Yeah.
Enjoy.
How were they?
I think they're fucking shit.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I think on 1 lap the Pirelli is not too bad.
That's my goal. I want to do the lap record on Super Bowl. Because I heard that at 1 lap they're not too bad. 1
lap, I think they're not bad, but I don't even know if they can do 8 laps.
Well, I haven't. I'm so busy with LMDh. It's a bit of a difficult thing because all of us were so busy with the LMDh program, and then Nurburgring is kind of in the middle of this whole preparation for Le Mans. But it's important for Porsche and any drivers, so we're doing Nurburgring, all of us. But it's time-wise, not ideal. I'm not able to have the preparation as you're gonna have. Like full focus on it, like you would do for such a race. It's literally, I'm gonna do this NLS, and then next time it's 24 hours because there's no time to do the other races and yeah, prepare more. So hopefully we'll be okay. But we'll see. We're actually
Hopefully, I hope it rains for you in the race. Then it's even better on the Pirellis.
Is it good? It's bad in the way?
Doesn't work.
No. Well, you see, then that's the thing. You're completely into it. I'm.
No, but I just know from experience on the Pirelli. I mean, did you ever have a good rain Pirelli?
Yeah, well, I guess these are not standard Pirellis, are they?
Well, I hope for you.
I'll wave at you when I pass you once.
When I lap you again.
Yeah. You never let me.
You did me actually once. Remember in 2016, the first ever race I did?
Where? Nurburgring?
No, in Misano.
I don't remember.
I was racing with Robin, and Robin told me like, I was starting behind the Bentley, and he said,
You had a Bentley?
"Wait, yeah. Wait 5-6 laps, then the tires are gone." I'm like, "Sure, mate, no worries."
Lap 1.
I start lap 1. I looked in my mirror, and he braked, and I fully slammed into him, and then my car was broken. So then I came out of the pit lane, and then whatever.
So you see, I lapped you already once. You didn't lap
Yeah,
me.
true.
We're actually,
Well, actually, I did lap you once already last year.
yeah, when I was standing in the fence, it was.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck you. We're actually testing in Spa yesterday and today. But I'm not driving today, so I'm going there at lunchtime. But I mean, the car is
now.
trying to make it sound a bit more professional. No, it's raining the whole day. I drove the whole day yesterday. I'm not driving today, so I was planning to go in the afternoon to see how it was. No, yesterday we're sorting out the car, but Spa and the LMDh
It's cool.
it's nice. We did like test blocks and like was often on new tires.
But it was wet all day.
No, it was dry in the afternoon.
Ah, okay.
Was wet in the morning. That's less exciting. But then, yeah, if you get a bit in the groove, like, Eau Rouge and Blanchiment is flat, but like the double left,
Yeah.
boom, you come in, like downshift quickly, pam, pam, and then directly full
Oh, yeah?
on power. It's, at the end of the day, my neck was like,
You feel
it
it.
was sore. So it was, it was cool. It's now, I think it's going to be a bit shitty to go back in the G3R after
Yeah, I guess.
that experience. But
Takes a few laps.
we'll see. Hopefully we will be, Ferrari was there as well.
Oh, yeah?
We were not that far off as we were in Sebring, but it was, it's a test, so we don't know what they are doing.
It's interesting that they just arrived and they're actually not too bad immediately, which is a bit worrying, but...
If you look at the car, it looks good, and, it's the same people which did the...
Formula 1, yeah.
No, the GTE project, so...
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Ferrari for sure, they will always be there.
Yeah.
We'll see. What's next for you?
Well, I leave this evening. I go testing again a whole week. Well, not a whole week, but I'm actually almost gone for the whole week. Nurburgring, Hockenheim, Nurburgring again. Testing on the Nordschleife.
Friday?
No, Tuesday.
Oh.
I'm testing Thursday on Nurburgring again, but on the normal GP track.
Me on Friday on the Nordschleife.
Maybe we just bump into each other again.
Maybe.
Yeah. Then I have my first weekend off since... No, this weekend I also had a weekend off. So it's my second
Sunday.
weekend off in the whole almost... Yeah. I think I'm maybe in total had 5 weekends off the whole year so far. Which
Still think it's funny, like you work the double amount of me, but you earn half.
actually, it's funny you say this, but I'm not going to go into details, but I think you might be surprised.
Okay, just making a joke.
You can cut it out.
No.
What does I say? Yeah, and then I have to go to some media days in Munich. And then I actually go for holiday for 1 week. I go to Spain.
Okay.
With friends and Victoria. So that will be fun. It would be nice. It's nice. 26 degrees. Have a week where I just don't do anything. I think it will be needed and fun.
I mean, I love because I'm leaving as well tonight. I'm going to spa in the afternoon, and then from there on we go to fitness camp for 5 days. Then straight to Nurburgring testing, NLS. Then Sunday I'm here. Monday back testing at Nurburgring. Tuesday simulator. So and then I think it's 2 weeks more relaxed before the Portimao. But now it's definitely also the busiest period for me. But it's all cool events. I'm always looking forward to. The only thing I hate is like yesterday I come home at 9 and I need like 1.5 hours to unpack this bag and then pack 3 other bags because I'm going 3 other destinations straight away and having to think where I'm going. And then, me with my food. So I need to pack some food as well. If not, I'm shitting my pants on every location. So
I have it as well. It's last.
Shitting your pants? Eh?
No, not that yet. But I must say, almost last night I felt quite bad. I almost shit in my pants. But no, the last few weeks for me has been like this. Came home, unpack, wash it, pack it again, and leave.
Yeah. But yeah, we can't complain.
No, it's just a bit busy days now. We'll get better. When the season finally starts for the full racing, it will be more fun as well because the testing is cool and it's an important thing to get the car better. But the racing is
amazing. You guys are testing a lot as well. I mean, we are ramping up as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Kevin Estre.
Yeah.
He's actually coming in a couple of minutes because he's here in Spa. And then we're going to record that one. So it should be a fun one.
mean, I'm looking forward to that. I mean,
you're a fanboy, huh?
I'm a bit of a fanboy. I rate him quite high. I mean, he's always been, for me, one of the stronger GT drivers. Also, in tracks like Nurburgring, Spa, or whatever. Also, his starts are always crazy. That's a question I want to ask him, if he, notices that he takes that much risk, if he actually feels, or if he just goes by natural, if it's normal for him.
I think he only has a 0 or 100 switch. But anyway, I will ask him.
Yeah, I want to ask. Other than that, looking forward to him. Yeah, he's a nice guy, so it's cool. It's cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for watching and listening. Find us on YouTube, subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscriptions.
On YouTube?
Yeah. So from then on, we can start to earn money, so keep subscribing.
No. I think we should do, maybe it's also to gain more followers, but to give to the charity.
Yeah, absolutely. We can.
I mean, to your charity. We spoke about it in the beginning of you still doing it?
Yeah.
Or it stopped?
No, we're doing it, but we still have to properly start in the summer when we can do some events.
Okay. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be a good, interesting. Yeah.
I'll give you the bank account.
Sure, man. No worries.
And listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, OnlyFans.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Lawrence just started one. So his first video last night.
It's good for
it actually was quite close. I mean, you just told you came home at 9 and 9:15 it was online. It's crazy, yeah? How fast you are with those things. Oh well.
Enough bullshit for the day. See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Ciao.
Bye.